Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. When I first started working, I never wore bright colors. Why? Because I thought that if I wore bold colors to work, that I wouldn't be taken seriously at my job. I had already developed what psychologists called an ANT, an automatic negative thought. Now, 2 decades later, as a psychotherapist turned tech entrepreneur and co founder of She Loves Tech, I've worked with thousands of founders across 76 countries, and I've discovered something fascinating. The biggest threat to a founder's success isn't about market competition, it isn't even about fundraising, nor is it about any technical challenges. It is what is happening in the founder's brain. I see these automatic negative thoughts, these ants, crawling around the brilliant minds of women entrepreneurs globally. I'm not technical enough, they say. I don't belong here. They'll never invest in someone like me. But here's the thing, these thoughts aren't just random. They're part of our brain's evolutionary wiring. You see, our prehistoric brain and ancestors survived by constantly scanning for threats. We were either hunting or being hunted. Well, a lot of time has passed, and I'm pretty sure that tomorrow you aren't going to be eaten by a tiger. But the thing is that our brains have not evolved as much. Our brains still remain alert to danger and safety. And this ancient wiring is holding us back. Let me share with you something personal. When I first started my company, I walked into investor meetings and immediately thought, you know what? They're not going to take me seriously. Nobody's going to invest in me. And guess what? My brain was right, but for the wrong reasons. They weren't taking me seriously, not because I wasn't capable, but because I was unconsciously diminishing myself. My ants were creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. The neuroscience behind this is telling. When we experience these negative thoughts, our amygdala, the brain's fear center, it activates. And it triggers a cascade of stress hormones that literally shut down our prefrontal cortex. This is part of the brain that's responsible for decision making and strategic thinking, the exact skills that we need as founders. Ants don't make us just feel bad, they make us less capable. Through our global acceleration program, we've seen this pattern repeat itself over and over and over again. Technical founders think that they don't understand the business side of things. Business founders think that they're not technical enough. First-time founders think that they cannot compete against serial entrepreneurs. Our brains are masterful at creating these false limitations. But here's where it gets interesting. 7 years ago, I started bringing my training in psychology to our curriculums at She Loves Tech. And we found that when we're working with founders, we can transform these ants, these automatic negative thoughts, into pets, positive, empowering thoughts. And it's not just positive thinking, it's about rewiring our neural pathways. Let me introduce you to Rachel, one of our entrepreneurs. She developed an AI payments solution. I remember that she would always say, people only talk to me because of my co-founder. She had an investor once that told her this, and she developed that belief. And when investors only wanted to talk to her and not her co-founder, her aunt kept telling her that that couldn't be the case, that she didn't belong. We worked with Rachel to transform this ant into a pet. Instead of apologizing for her background, she learned to say, "People talk to me because I'm the CEO and I make things happen. I bring in all the deals." Same background, different framing. The result, she gained significant funding, including she gained funding this week from HSBC and has been featured in multiple publications. This transformation happens through 3 key steps. The first, pause and identify. When you catch yourself in negative talk, name the automatic negative thought. Name the ant. Is it the black and white ant? The ant that only sees good or bad and nothing in between? Is it the ant that doesn't take responsibility and always find ways to blame others? This is your prehistoric brain trying to keep you safe and keeping you small. And just by naming it, it reduces the power that it has over you. Second, gather counter evidence. Create what I call founder facts. Every time someone uses your product, you have a great feedback. Every time you have a small win, document it. Your brain is biased towards threats. You need to actively build your case for success. Third, rewrite the story. This is where neuroscience gets really interesting. Every time you consciously challenge these thoughts, you're creating new neural pathways. A founder transformed, "I have severe stage fright and I'm not eloquent," into, "I've been building my company for years and I'm the best person to tell its story." That founder was me. And just by rewriting that fear, now I'm able to stand here today, and I've been invited by governments and corporates all around the world to share our She Loves Tech story. Want to see ants being transformed into pets in action? Let's transform common founder lies. My idea isn't revolutionary enough. Becomes, my solution solves real-world problems for real people. I'm too late to market. Becomes, I can learn from others' mistakes and build something better. I don't have enough experience. Becomes, I have fresh perspectives that this industry needs. The results? Amongst our founders who have gone through this mindset transformation, we've seen them be so much more successful in fundraising. These women aren't just making and raising more money. They're building companies that generate twice the amount of revenue than their male counterparts. But this just isn't about creating business success. It's about creating a future where women don't just participate in technology. It's where they lead it, where we don't apologize for our differences, but leverage them as our strengths. Remember that young woman who wouldn't wear bold colors? Well, these days, if you've seen me on stage, I'm always wearing bright colors. I've learned that our ants lie to us. They tell us that we're not good enough, when in reality, we are exactly what the world needs. So today, I invite all of you, start catching your automatic negative thoughts, your ants. Transform these ants into pets. Because when we change the way that we think, we change the way that we act. And when we change the way that we act, we change the world. The next time your ant is telling you, "I can't," remember, that's just your prehistoric brain trying to protect you from a threat that no longer exists. The real threat isn't failure. It's letting these ants stop you from trying. Thank you.